self-confidence, nurturing self-confidence in our children series. The growth mindset is a mindset that says that no, this is not the end of me. Is a mindset that says, okay, it happened. So what? I'm going to take my lessons from it, and I am going to build upon my lessons. When life happens, it's not a big deal. I'm always open to learning. I know that I am not limited. I know that this thing doesn't define me. I know I can be better. I know I can grow. I know it is just a phase. That is the growth mindset. I know that it is not a phase. I know that I can do better. I know that if I apply myself, I will actually do better. I know that I deserve better. And if I ask for more, I can get more. If I ask for better, I can get better. That is the growth mindset. I know that life happens. Oh yes, life happens to anyone and everyone. And it doesn't mean life has ended. It doesn't mean that's the end of me. No, it simply means that yes, I may have to stand up and start all over again. I may have to take my lessons and find out what my lessons can do for me. That is a growth mindset, because whether we like it or not, life is actually all happening already, and our children are in this life. As long as they're in this life, yes, they will be part of the life. So one of the things we can do for them is to help them nurture resilience, help them develop resilience. That is the growth mindset. Resilience. Yes, I am not stopping here. I can go further. This doesn't define me. This is not the end of me. I'm not yet there. No, I am not yet there. It's not I cannot do it. It's I cannot yet do it. Simply means that yes, I can do it someday if I learn, if I apply myself, if I find out how, if I learn the skills, I can do it. That is the growth mindset. It's an essential skill for today. It has always been an essential skill, and it is even more super essential now. That is the growth mindset, and this is what is all about today. It's part of our nurturing self-confidence in our children series. Like I said a while ago, we started 2 weeks ago at the beginning of this month in the Visionary Parents Academy. One of the things we do, we team our month, and everything we do all through that month is that thing which we teamed our month is what we are doing all through the month. So this whole month is all about how to raise children who are self-confident. So we started 2 weeks ago. We started by nurturing self-confidence in them, and last week is all about nurturing self-value, self-worth in them. So if you have missed the videos, if you are just joining us for the first time, you want to go back to the first video, want to go back to the second video to learn these things. Now, what we usually do at the Visionary Parents Academy is when we start the month, we have series of activities It's not just about, we want them to be resilient, or we want to teach them a skill. No, it's not just about teaching them a skill. What we actually do, we have activities that we carry out to help them learn that skill, because it is one thing to teach them something. The goal is for them to actually learn it. So we have series of activities we put together that will help them learn the skill, whichever skill we want to teach them, whatever we want to nurture in them. We have activities. So the first day of the week, the first video of the week, the first Friday of the week, we shared a few activities that we use to nurture self-confidence in our children. We have the daily challenge, which you do in the Visionary Parents Academy. We have the daily challenge, and I also told you how to create yours. If you're not in the Visionary Parents Academy, you would like to replicate our challenge, it's okay. Go and watch that video. You can actually create yours, and you give your children everyday daily challenge towards helping them become more self-confident. Another one is we have the confidence jar, where they come back every day. They before they leave the house, they remember, okay, it's our confident month. You encourage them to show out of confidence for the day, and when they come back, they're out of confidence for that day, they write it and they drop it in the jar. At the end of the week, at the end of the month, we expect that, okay, it's going to be a party where you open the jar and you bring out all the self-confidence they showed for the month and you celebrate it. So you need to go back to the video one to learn the activities we are using to nurture self-confidence in our children. And then you also need to go back to video 2 to learn how to nurture self-value and self-worth in your children. So today is all about the growth mindset. I've explained it already. So at the end of this video, I expect that you should be able to get some practical tools to use in nurturing the growth mindset in your children. The mindset that says, okay, I am not there yet. The mindset that says, oh, I don't know how to do it yet. The mindset that said, okay, that says I have not gotten it right yet. Not the mindset that says, I don't know how to do it. I can never do it. It's not my thing. I don't know how to do it. No, not that mindset. The mindset that says, I don't know how to do it yet, which means I still have rooms, I still have opportunities to learn how to do it, which simply means if I apply myself, I'll learn how to do it, which simply means if I get skills, I'll learn how to do it, which simply means if I ask the right questions, if I meet people who know it and ask the right questions, I will know how to do it. That is the growth mindset we are nurturing in our children. Now remember, it is part of our Raising the Self-Confident Child series. Where is this thing even doing from? Everything is kind of. Please, who is there? Come and help me turn off this alarm. I can't find it. Where is it? So everything is kind of related. Sorry about that. Where is the alarm? Okay, thank you. So everything is related, everything is connected, talking about nurturing self-confidence, talking about nurturing growth mindset, talking about self-value. And of course, next week we are going to talk about assertiveness in our children. That is part of self-confidence again. So let's go into what we have today and go. I've given you, I've defined growth mindset already, I've talked about what it means. Our children are able to embrace challenges. They are going to know that, okay, challenges don't define them. It's not the end of them. See, people with the growth mindset, they are able to excel so much. They are able to do so much. When you have the growth mindset, you see every single thing as an opportunity. Things happen. You see them as an opportunity. You are not just going to sit back and be brooding and be broken by it. No, you are going to see the things that happen to you, okay, as an opportunity to grow. Because really, when things happen, if you sit back, you realize that things happen. When you are able to sit and think, you don't let your emotions come in the way, you will see that there is always something about the things that happen. I always tell my children that, see, every single thing that happens to you is an opportunity for you to learn. They are teaching you something. It's a lesson for you. So what you need to do is to sit back and ask yourself, okay, what is the lesson from this thing? What is the lesson from this thing? No matter what it is that has happened, what is the lesson from this thing? What can I do with the lesson from this thing? That is the growth mindset. What is the lesson from this situation? What can I do with the lesson from this situation? Instead of sitting back and say, oh my God, this is it. This is the end. I'm the most unfortunate. I'm the most unlucky and all of that. No, the growth mindset teaches you that there is a lesson from this situation. And that is how the child you want to raise. The child that says, okay, there's a lesson from every situation. Something happened. There is a lesson. The child that bothers to look at what is the lesson? What am I learning from it? What is this situation teaching me? That is the growth mindset, nurturing the growth mindset in your children. So now, one of the very first things you want to do as a parent who is nurturing the growth mindset in your children is to teach them to embrace challenges. Teach them that challenges are a major part of life. Challenges are a part of life. You are going to encounter obstacles on your way. I always tell my children that, see, life was not designed to be easy. As a Christian, we read the story of Adam in the Bible. After they disobeyed God and God came back to them, God told them something, that Adam, you will till the soil. So it did not, before they disobeyed God, it was the Garden of Eden. They had everything they wanted, right? So when they disobeyed God, Adam was not told, he was going to till the soil, which means that life is not originally designed to just be easy, to be free from obstacles. No. So it will always have obstacles. You will always face challenges. What happens? Being able to embrace them is one thing you should teach your children. Teach them to be able to embrace challenges. Oh, they should anticipate challenges. In fact, when they have something they are doing, they have project, they should anticipate challenges every single time. I'm writing a book on self-leadership for children, self-ownership for children. One of the things I'm sharing in the book is for them to always anticipate challenges. Challenges will come in the event of you doing things. So what are you going to do? What are you going to make out of those challenges? That is what determines if you have a growth mindset or you have a fixed mindset, or if you are even going to grow and succeed. What you do with the challenges that come. So challenges are going to come. What are you going to do with them? Right? So teach your children to embrace challenges. Teach them that challenges will always come. They don't define you. They are just a part of the journey. Who knows? They can even make you more skilled. They can even shape you more. So challenges will always come. So when your child faces challenges as a parent, what do? Are you going to blame? Are you going to have them blaming? Are you going to sit down and have them brooding? Now, one thing I always say to parents is that, see, many times we do not really intend to nurture a particular mindset. We don't intend to nurture a particular attitude or behavior, but ignorantly we nurture them. Now, this is where we can't take knowledge away from parenting. As a parent, you must seek knowledge. You must seek knowledge before you go and nurture what you did not intend to nurture, what you did not plan to nurture. So when people face challenges, when your child faces challenges, what do? Do you sit back and start analyzing the challenges and start analyzing the thing in such a manner that, for some parents, they feel they're actually lifting the child's spirits. You want to help the child. I've seen this happen a lot of times when children don't get, maybe something happens, maybe there's a competition coming, there's a competition and children don't win, or they don't win the competition. Let's say schools, they do something like election all the time, some schools, when the children, they don't emerge winners as they anticipated, parents will start, they want to compensate for it. No, you are not to compensate for it. You are not helping your child by compensating for it. Remember, you are raising your child for the real world. So what happens when your child actually goes out there and things don't go the way they plan to go? And you are not available to compensate for your child, to compensate for that event? What happens? No, it is not your duty to compensate your child when things don't go their way. What happens? It is your duty to actually guide them, appropriately, guide their emotions appropriately to be able to navigate that time. Not you, okay, let me take you out, let me do this. No, it's an emotion. Don't teach them to suppress it. Don't teach them to suppress it in any way. Rather, teach them to process that emotion, to find out, embrace challenges, obstacles. They will always come. Your child needs to be able to embrace them. It is what you teach them. When you are trying to compensate for the events of life happening to them, you are not teaching them to embrace challenges. What you do is to sit down and ask them, okay, something has happened. What did you learn from this whole thing? Let's look at is there any way it was your fault that it happened like this? Is there any way? Was there something you didn't pay attention to? Was there an oversight? Was there something that just happened that didn't happen in your favor? Was it that, okay, let me go back to the case of election. Was it that your opponent was more people skilled? Was it that your opponent was smarter? What could it have been that didn't work in your favor? Let's sit back and look at it. When you sit back and you look at what didn't work in your favor, then you are going to know how to better let it work in your favor next time. So you just sit back and learn, because it's a lesson. You didn't win. You wanted to win. Yes, you didn't win. So what are you going to do with the fact that you didn't win? You're not going to sit down and be crying, hell no. You are going to sit back and take an inventory, evaluate everything that happened. Why didn't you win? What can you do to win next time? So teach your children to embrace challenges. They should not run away from challenges. They should not shy away from challenges. We have a way of, okay, before they even go into something, the first thing they want to do, I see people, they want to weigh the risk and all of that. Yes, challenge it. It's okay to weigh risk. Yes, when you see that it is not worth taking, you can let it go. But however, one thing you want to teach your children is not to be too sit down and they are not able to take risk. No, sit down, they weigh the risk. They are not able to teach and take it. No, you want to teach them how to actually take healthy risk. So let them embrace challenges. They have a chore to do, they have a task to do, they have something to do. They feel, oh my gosh, this thing is so difficult. Yes, you teach them, find a way around it. Find that it is difficult. You are sitting back, you have not even tried it. How are you so concluding that it's difficult? Try it. Then if it's difficult, you can sit back and find out, okay, how do I now tackle this? Because tackle you must, because that is how you are building skills. So teach them how to embrace challenges. It is super important to for the growth mindset when they learn how to embrace challenges. What's happening here? So when they face difficult tasks, teach them how to embrace it. And when you see that they're actually doing well, you praise effort, praise the processes, praise the thing, not just the results. No, the effort, the processes. I think these praising processes, praising effort have been overflogged. So let me leave it at that. The next thing you want to do is normalize mistakes. Yes, normalize mistakes. It is not negotiable. I've said this over and over again. I've talked about it several times. In your parenting as a parent, you must normalize mistakes. Children must make mistakes. Even you as an adult, you make mistakes all the time. You just don't make it like, oh, yes, you make mistakes, they make mistakes, they take their lessons. That is one thing I do with my children. You make mistakes are there to be made. As long as you are doing something, you will make a mistake. Thomas Edison, how many times did he make a mistake? 1,000 times. He failed. All the while he was failing, he didn't get it right. There were mistakes. That was why he didn't get it right. So mistakes are a process. They are not the end. They are not the end of whatever it is you are doing. Rather, they are the path to success. They are the processes to success. So mistake making is not negotiable. Let your children normalize mistakes. Let them make mistakes and let them come and tell you that they have made mistakes. Let them be able to boldly tell you they have made mistakes. And when they make mistakes, what do you do with it? That is it. You sit back and you are going to take lessons. It is a growth mindset. It simply means that you are going to grow. You are learning. They are learning how to grow. You are teaching them how to grow. When they face challenges, they face obstacles, you are teaching them how to grow. Okay, you faced an obstacle when you were doing XYZ. What were the lessons you learned from it? Now you made a mistake when you were doing XYZ. What were the lessons you learned from it? What was the mistake you made? Why did you make the mistake? How and all of that? What were the lessons you learned from it? Normalize mistakes. Don't judge, don't criticize, don't victimize when they make mistakes. Instead, take lessons. Let them take lessons from the mistake. You sit back and you look at what was the mistake you made. Why did you make the mistake? What happened along the way? Was it your fault? Was it anything, So when you realize, okay, let me give you a practical example. One thing I've come to realize is that very many children, when they write exam in school, they don't score so much. Like maybe a child writes an exam, they get a 70 over 100. That same exam, when a child gets back home, you ask them the question, they can get 90, 95, or even 100. And then you are wondering, why did you get 70 over 100? Something that usually happens is mistake. One of the things that usually happens. So what happens is when they are trying to answer questions, they don't patiently wait to read the instructions. I always use this example for them. For example, you see something like, okay, all the options are except. All the options are except. So maybe they just see maybe the following are farm produce except, or the following are carbohydrates, source of carbohydrates except. They just see source of carbohydrates and they stop there. Then they go to the answers and they see yam. The next thing, they just stick yam without realizing that, okay, it has an except. So maybe after yam, you are seeing rice. After rice, you are seeing maize. Maybe after maize, you are not seeing something like an apple. So because they are not patient enough to read through, that is where the mistake comes in. So a child answers that question. Now you are going to sit back and ask the child, okay, why did you make this mistake? I made the mistake because I was not patient enough to read through the questions, to read through the instructions. Okay, now you know that was a mistake. What is your lesson? My lesson is I am going to always patiently read through the instructions to get it clear. That is it. Mistakes are a major part of parenting. You can't take mistake away from parenting. The next thing you want to do is you want to nurture perseverance in your children. Foster perseverance. What does it mean to persevere? Persevere simply means that, okay, even if the times are tough, you do not give up. And I always say to my children, when I teach them about perseverance or resilience, I always tell them that, say, when we say do not give up, we do not mean that you keep doing one thing over and over again that same way. That's not what do not give up means. Do not give up means that you are doing something, right? You are not getting it right. You are going to take a break and find out, okay, why am I not getting it right? Is it that I don't know how to do it? Is it that I'm making, okay, let me try other ways to get it right. I read something about Thomas Edison when he was asked that about trying 1,000 times and all of that. He said, at least now I know 999 ways of not doing it and just one way of doing it right. That is it. Which simply means that every time he attempted and failed, he was trying different ways. He did not just stick to one way. He was doing it. That is not perseverance. That is foolishness. So you are doing something. You are not getting it right. You want to take a break and say, okay, let me see why didn't I get it right? You want to take a break and explore other options around you. That is perseverance. So teach them not to give up. Now, here is the thing about perseverance, how it nurtures the growth mindset. Now, because they are not just fixed on one pattern, they try it, they don't get it, they are trying other ways around it. So they are learning. The growth mindset is a learning mindset. It's a mindset that is learning. That is the growth mindset. Now, because they are trying other patterns, they are learning. So teach your children about perseverance. Teach them not to give up, not to give up. Let them constantly try. If they don't get it the first time, they want to pause and say, okay, what did I do wrong that I didn't get it? How come I didn't get it this time? That is how you nurture perseverance in them. The next one is let them record their progress. Celebrate their efforts. Let them nurture, let them celebrate their progress, let them record their progress. One thing I said the other time is that, see, when we talked about confidence the first day of the month, the first class of the month was that wins, when you win, that is a no-brainer. When the more you win, the more you are confident in yourself. That is it. So let your children let them journal, record their wins. The small wins they win, let them record it. They sit back and they learn. They learn from their own wins. That is it. One thing you want to do again, let them have journal. It is important. They wake up every day. Before they go to bed every day, they journal. They record their activities for the day. It helps them see, okay, what I didn't do right, what I did right, what I'm going to do, and all of that. Next thing, as a parent, you also want to model growth mindset. Model it by yourself. One way children learn is by watching the parents, watching us. And like I said, when it comes to toddlers and young children, yes, they copy what you are doing. That is a copycat phase. But guess what? A phase will come where the copycat thing will no longer be there, because this time around children are understanding themselves, they are identifying more with themselves. So the copycat thing will not be there. However, your modeling is telling them that, okay, this can be done. This is valid, especially when you are teaching them. When you have taught them, like giving instructions or taught them verbally, the next thing you want to do, you want to let them know that, see, yes, these things I just talked about, This thing I just taught you is not just for the sake of saying it. Is actually doable. I am doing it and you can also do it. That is one role of modeling. So if you've joined me so far, please do wait to leave a message. If you're getting value, leave a message. Let me know that you are getting value. It is nurturing the growth mindset in our children. That is what we are doing today. Now remember, the growth mindset is a mindset that says, okay, I don't know how to do it yet. And not the mindset that says, I don't know how to do it. There's a difference between I don't know how to do it yet and I don't know how to do it. So we are nurturing I don't know how to do it yet in our children, which simply means if I don't know how to do it yet, I am going to learn how to do it, right? If I have not gotten it yet, I am still going to get it. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of skills. It's a matter of effort. I am still going to learn how to do it. That is what we are looking at today. Okay, let me quickly go into another way we can actually practical takeaway for you from this class. A few things I actually want you to start implementing from today. One of them is think about your vocabularies at home and infuse the growth vocabularies in your everyday communication, your everyday interaction with your child. At the beginning of this class, I said the same thing. I said, get confidence language. Yes, language, vocabulary that speaks confidence. Infuse it in your everyday interaction and use it with your children. So you are also going to get the growth vocabularies and use it with your children every day. You have to take something like I can't, when they say I can't, let them know that no, it is not I can't, it's I can't yet. I can't yet. When your child says, I can't, you simply tell them yet. Help them end it with the yet. I don't know how to yet. Let them know yet. So that yet is super important. It changed I can't, fixed mindset to I am going to. I can't right now, but I can tomorrow. If I apply myself, I can. If get the right skills, I can. If I am open to learning, I can. Change I can't to I can yet. Teach them to say I can't yet instead of I can. I can't yet means I am going to learn. I don't know how to do it yet, but I am soon going to know how to do it. Instead of saying I'm bad at this, I am still learning. Let them change I'm bad at this. I am still learning. I'm learning. I'm not yet there. I am learning. So that is one of the things you are going to do. In fact, I want you to take that yet, write it down, and have it every day. Whenever your child says I can't, say yet. When they say I don't, say yet. Anything that is going to be negatively absolute for them, you see that, I can't, simply means they are ready to give up. They cannot. Help them add yet to it. I can't yet. That is the first thing I want you to do. Another thing I want you to do is encourage a love for learning. Show your children that learning is a lifelong process and it doesn't end at school. Encourage learning. Always encourage them to learn. Let them learn, take lessons from their mistakes. Let them take lessons from their challenges. Let them take lessons from their victories. Let them take lessons from people around them. I always say to parents, always share your that's one way to model the growth mindset to your children. Always share your everyday activity. You go out every day. Surely parents, when you walk away from the house, you have a 9 to 5 job, share your wins, your struggles with your children, share your interactions with people with your children. They are learning, they learn what happened to you, that you're a human being like them. They learn how you handle the things that happen to you. It is important. Share with them, encourage them, and in your sharing with them, you are encouraging love for learning because you are sharing lessons with them. And lessons you are sharing with them, when they encounter similar situation, you are already telling them, you're already empowering them with skills. Now, sharing how your day went with your children is empowering them with skills. Now, imagine when for example, you are okay, let me use this very one. Let's say you are coming from a place now and you are pressed, the place is so somehow, there's no toilets around you where you can ease yourself. Everywhere is somehow and you are pressed. So that is a major thing that can happen to anyone, that can happen to your child, right? Then you get back home and tell your child that, oh my gosh, I went out today, I was stranded, like I was pressed, I didn't know how to go about it. However, I was able to do X, Y, Z. Do you know what you have done? You have taught your child that, hey, if you ever find yourself in this situation, this is what you can do. This is one of the options you can explore. Let me give you another example. Say you are coming from somewhere, you got maybe dipped, you just realize that, oh, your wallet is missing. You don't have your wallet with you again. And then you are stranded, kind of, and you are able to navigate, you're able to find your way. Then you get back home and tell your child, oh my gosh, today something happened to me. I was coming back from somewhere and I was dipped. I didn't realize until I was almost stranded, until it was almost dark, until I was in this place and I realized I didn't have my transport with me. What was I going to do? See how I navigated it. What have you done? You have succeeded in teaching your child that if you ever find yourself in this kind of situation, this is one of the options you should explore. It is it. Anything. It can also be, oh, somebody came to your shop today, they got an item and they forgot their change and you had to call them and return their change to them. You're also teaching your child that, hey, this is the proper thing to do in this situation. This is what we stand for as a family. This is what I just did and modeled to you. It is what you should do. Oh, I was coming today, I saw someone who was stranded. I wanted to carry them, but somehow I wasn't very convinced because of the situation in Nigeria. Christmas is coming, insecurity, kidnapping, ritual killing and everything. I wasn't so comfortable. I wasn't led in my spirit to help them. So what I did was I just gave them transport. That is an alternative. What are you doing? You are teaching your child that, okay, in this kind of situation where you don't feel comfortable, this is another option. Maybe it's a situation where you feel, oh my God, you really need to help those people. But on the second thought, you realize, okay, this place could be a dangerous place, or someone once told you about things like this, could be a setup. But somehow you feel, oh, you want to help them. The good heart in you is telling you to help them, but another heart is telling you that it could be a setup. So what do? I gave them money. You are teaching your child this is what you do in this situation. So have conversations with your children, especially if you have an eventful day. If your day was eventful, is one way to actually teach your child how you handle situations, and that is how they are likely going to, or one of the options they are going to explore if they ever find themselves in such a situation. Remember, you see the growth mindset, we talk about modeling. I'm talking about practical activities, practical things you can carry out to actually nurture this growth mindset in your children. I said, anytime they want to say I can't, I don't, or anything, they want to show impossibility, that is, they are stuck, they are fixed. You want to use the word yet. Add the word yet to it and let them know, you know what that yet means? Yet means I am not there yet. I am going to get there, but just right now, I am not there. I am not there yet. Add yet to their conversations. Then I also said, show them that learning is a lifelong affair. Learning doesn't stop one day. We keep learning. We learn all the time, and that was where I said that talking about learning, always share how your day went. Share events. If your day was eventful, share with them. In sharing with them, you are actually empowering them with skills to navigate similar situations if they ever meet it. Now, the next one is celebrate efforts. Effort over result, really. You know that result is feast, right? Result is the end. Effort is a process. If you are celebrating result, it's as if you are saying, okay, this is the best of it. But when you celebrate the effort, it simply means that effort can be stretched. When you stress, because effort brings result at the end of the day. I always say to parents, one of the things I bother my children about is studying, is not studying per se, studying is the effort. Because I know, for example, that if you put the effort, I will not bother much about your results. I want to see that you actually study, the effort you put in studying. So if you put the right effort in it, I see you burning the midnight candle, then no matter how your result is, it simply means that, okay, we can sit back and say, okay, why was your effort not good enough? So it's not about result, it's about the effort. And guess what? Once you are selling, once the right effort is there, it will reflect in the results. So when the effort is not reflecting, it's now time to bring out your pen and your paper and take your lessons. Why is my effort not reflecting overall? So yes, celebrate effort over results. Celebrate effort over results. Okay, that is the next one. So the next one is engage with the visionary parent. Okay, no, that's not the next one. The next one is perfection. Nah. Don't build that perfection mindset in them. Don't build that perfection mindset in them, because it is limiting. Oh my God, it is sabotaging. Yes, it is limiting, it is sabotaging, it is disempowering when your children pursue perfection. I tell my children that perfection is an illusion. Nothing is perfect, right? Apart from God. However, we can achieve excellence. You can always do the extra to stand out. That is excellence. So nurture excellence in your children and not perfection. And then lastly is, you want to join the Visionary Parent Academy. Yes, it's an academy where parents are greatly empowered. We cannot parent without knowledge in this time. It is not even doable. It's not even an option. To parent without knowledge at this time is not even an option. So the last thing you want to do is to join the Visionary Parent Academy, where you are taught further, you are held by the hand to achieve your parenting goals, your parenting vision. The first thing we do in the academy is we set our vision. Everyone has a vision. You can see this board behind me. Yes, this is our family vision board, So in progress, we are not done with it, but it's a family vision board in progress. By the time it's done, you are going to see it. So yes, that's the last thing you want to do. You want to join the Visionary Parent Academy so that you can, on your parenting journey, can be smoother and you can parent more with confidence. Now, like I said, we start by crafting our parenting vision. We set our goals. We create our plans, our template, our structure, our system towards our vision. Thank you so much for joining me today. So this class is pretty short because somehow I am not just feeling myself. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. So that is why this class is super short. However, Visionary Parent Academy will continue in the academy and you can ask your questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask here. Is okay. We are always here to take your questions. And Visionary Parent Academy, we'll go back to the academy and we'll continue our class there. Thank you so much. If you want to join the Visionary Parent Academy, please leave a message and we are going to respond to it with details on how you can join. Thank you so very much for joining me today. See you next week, Friday. Bye-bye.